Hi, I'm Kevin with Simpson Electrical, your quality of life electrified. We have our generator package installed, and so I'm going to just walk you through how to fire it up. So we have two 30-pound propane tanks. They're both turned on. This is a switching regulator which switches between when this tank gets empty. The regulator will switch the supply to the secondary tank, and it will provide power to the generator. As you can see, we have a quick disconnect here at the bottom of the regulator. I'm going to turn the tanks off real quick. So this is the regulator system. Turn it so you can see it. We have a quick disconnect coupling right here. You pull up on this collar, which releases the connector. It's kind of like a air hose, but it makes it so that you can wheel the generator off one place and then the tanks can go somewhere else. So you pull up on the collar, slip the fitting in, and then let go of the collar. And it's supposed to stay. Maybe you just... This is the blooper reel, by the way. There we go. So it's in. Then you turn the gas on. And now we're pressurizing through the line into the generator. The generator is in the propane position here. And as you can see, the cord from the generator into the house is not connected currently. And that's because we want to start the generator with no load. So this is a gas or electric start generator. It also has a pull to start feature. Let's try the pull start, see if it works. Checking the choke. Okay, let's do electric start. Battery on. Try pull start again. So it's a battery start, electric start generator. It has a backup pull start just in case. There's a choke back there that you might have to fine tune in order to find the sweet spot to start it by pulling. The battery switch, battery on switch needs to be in the on position. And then the electric start is a push to start button. So you push it and hold. It starts the starting process. When you want to turn the generator off, same thing, you just push and hold. So we're going to do the push button start now. That rough idling was due to the fact that the choke was not fully open. So instead of being fully open, it was like a little bit closed, and I did that for the pull start. So it just made having it partially closed helped me pull start it correctly, but I didn't open the choke all the way for the electric start portion. So now what we're going to do is show you how. This is the generator inlet cord. This is the inlet side, which is a twist lock, 50 amp. And the way it works is you lift up this lid, and then this thing has a metal key right here, and so does this. So these two pieces line up, and then you push the plug in, and then you twist it clockwise, and then it locks and it won't come out. Then there's a second point here. There's a collar that's threaded. So you twist this collar and it locks the thing down. All right. So then this is a standard L, not an L, but it's a 1450 plug, like a range plug or a welder plug. And this plugs in to the generator right here. And notice we have the breaker turned in the off position. So to start this thing up, just like we were before, we have the gas valve not on gasoline, but on propane. If you ran out of propane, you could, or if you prefer to use gasoline, you could easily put gas in this and run it using gasoline. We like to use propane because it's a lot cleaner. So the gas is on, the breaker's in the off position. I'm going to press the start button. So this is designed to wait a few seconds and start again. So this is a multimeter, and it shows how many volts the generator is putting out. We would not have gotten any power into the house unless we had turned this breaker on when the generator is running. So when you're starting up the system, you want this breaker turned off. It's okay if it's plugged in, but the breaker needs to be off. Once the generator starts running smoothly, turn the breaker on, and then that sends power into the house. The only other thing, it sounded like it started hard on electric start, and again, I think that might have to do with the choke setting. There's a choke, yeah, for some reason it had moved again. So I think it must automatically adjust the choke in electric start. Okay, to put this all away, you just turn everything off, unplug. Again, there's a collar here, so we're twisting the collar counterclockwise. You might have to take the slack off of the cord like that. Just shake it a little bit until the collar starts to spin. Okay, then you can't just pull out. You have to turn it counterclockwise. Guess I had already done that. And so then you pull it out. Now I'm going to get dirty because it's muddy out here, but this is a really important electrician thing. There's what's called the natural wind of the cable. You want to roll it back up utilizing that natural wind. Like that. These generators come with a really nice cover to protect it from the weather when it's not being used, or from dust for that matter. We're not going to put it on right now because we want to wait and let the muffler cool down. We're going to turn off the propane. And I might say this switching regulator, the way it works is when this tank runs out of gas, then this automatically switches over and this will read red. So when it's full and it's got gas, it's reading green, but when it's empty, it reads red. And then it automatically switches over, and then you can manually switch it back to green when you change out the tanks with full ones. It'll read green again. And then to change out the tanks is pretty easy. You just swing this wing nut here, which loosens up this collar. You can pull the tanks out, replace them. Again, we have the gas collar. You pull up on it, which allows the fitting to come loose. This fitting here requires a wrench to undo it. I would just leave it alone and store it like this with the cover on. Okay, close the lid, and we're good to go.